He's an idiot.
I want to cry. I want to cry. You can just see how he doesn't really understand. Like, obviously, what he's just done there, he doesn't really see an issue with it, because in his world it's completely fine, and he doesn't mean any ill will by it. Oh, bless this. This man is too pure for this world. Still reminds us of Arthur Television a little bit. I can't lie. I think also just the fact that this is a very high pressured situation for him, where he's going to be under even more levels of stress, it just makes it even harder for his brain to like process so many emotions at one time, unfortunately. Like, dating is nerve-wracking for anybody, and everybody overthinks everything on a first date, and for him it's going to be like times 100, so can you imagine how difficult that must be? From one first date to another, we now get to see Luke on his first date.
I might take something silly. Fucking whore.
Go on, Luke, get all the bad ones out the way. Right, just get them out. Let them out. Luke's date is called Lucy, and she's a receptionist, and she's also never met anybody before who has Tourette's. This is so awkward. Like, first dates in general are just difficult, but imagine being on camera and like meeting for the first time on camera as well, and having to flirt knowing that people are watching you. Oh, it must be so horrible. All of these extra factors are obviously going to make Luke feel a lot nervous. However, I do think it's a good thing that Luke and Lucy are doing an activity, so like Luke can kind of channel his energy into doing something as well, so he's not overthinking everything he's saying, and instantly you have something to talk about because you're playing a game. And in this date, they seem to be getting on really well with each other.
I haven't heard him swear yet, which is disappointing because I think that's funny.
I'm rooting for these two, okay? Like, you can tell Lucy doesn't really know how to go about talking about this, because obviously she's just never met somebody that has Tourette, and that's fine. But I definitely think her energy makes Luke feel comfortable, because like she said, Luke's like tics haven't really been coming out much this day, and that'll be because he probably feels comfortable with her. His mind's also focused on the bowling. Luke says that he has managed to suppress his tics, however when they go to the pub afterwards they start to come out a little bit more.
My friend's the one that suggested it. Thanks.
You can tell Luke appreciates how Lucy's reacting to these, because, you know, with some other people it might turn the conversation awkward. Lucy's just laughing along with it and making him feel like comfortable enough to have these tics, and you can just tell he's having a really good time. Everyone's obviously got their own way of dealing with it, but I think this is a really healthy way to do it, and I think this shows that Lucy could potentially be a really good partner for Luke, because she just puts him at ease and makes him feel comfortable. After the date, both Luke and Lucy say they both want to see each other again because they've had such a class time, which is mint. Go on, Luke, son, knew I believed in you. But before we get to see their second date, the show then cuts to Penny, who's on her first date.
Max is a youth worker who also runs a wheelchair dance group.
I mean, that's pretty cool. A wheelchair dance group, that's fun. That's something you can talk about. Also, when he asked her if she wanted a drink, she was very much playing hard to get there. She was like, yeah, whatever you want, actually. Don't worry, I probably won't be here for long. Unless you impress us. Are you over 6 foot, by the way? 5'11"? Oh. Get us 2 drinks, right? That'll make us forget. I think they're getting along with each other, like they're having like a couple of laughs.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to take it while you go down the bar?
Thank you very much, Penny.
Now, although this could be seen as awkward, I feel like it's just breaking the ice a little bit, and it's just getting them kind of talking to each other. Like, this is better than just total awkward silences. However, I don't think that Penny really is invested in this date.
It's alright, but I'm not really feeling anything. I'm not quite convinced.
You know, straight away when she saw him, I don't think she was impressed. Just, I don't know if it was just, you know, the instant attraction wasn't there. Just her vibe when she was talking to him, she didn't seem like she was really up for it. It's almost like he didn't have a chance. You're not 6 foot, and you're not a policeman. Why are you even here? Unless you're gonna cuff us up in the next 10 seconds, get out of here, son. And it is a real shame, because Penny's date says that he really likes her and he wants to see her again, but unfortunately this probably just isn't gonna happen. Penny then returns home to tell her mum and dad how the date went, and she actually says something really interesting.
I think I'd quite like to date someone without a disability. I think they'd sort of be a bit more livelier.
Now that is interesting. Like, obviously she's well within her rights. That's what she wants as a preference. I think she's very stuck on wanting somebody that is 6 foot and a policeman. She very much wants like a macho man, like a very much like an alpha male. And I didn't really get the vibes from a date that he was kind of ticking those boxes. The show then cuts back to Richard, and he's on his radio telling his friend that he hasn't given up on love. He also tells us that he's already got another date lined up with the agency.
I've got another one this afternoon. Well, without being too big-headed, I look good on paper.
He definitely does fancy himself a little bit. In his own words, he says he's a little bit of an idiot. But physically, I think he might actually want to shag himself. Whilst Richard is preparing for his second date with a new person, Luke is going on a second date with Lucy. However, she is 20 minutes late, and this is making Luke really stressed as he doesn't believe she's going to show up. Is anyone going to find love by the end of this? I need one person, please.
If not, I'll be a bit gutted, I'll admit.
Lucy is now half an hour late.
Can they not, like, text him? Can Lucy not be like, oh, by the way, or like text the producers just letting him know? Like, this would just put him at ease a little bit. The producers are seeing that he's having more and more tics, he's getting more and more stressed out. Surely she can text. Now, does Lucy actually stand Luke up? We're gonna have to wait and see, because we go straight back to Richard's date.
Nice to meet you.
And you, what would you like to drink?
Cafe latte?
Cafe Landy?
Latte.
Lanty.
Latte. I think that's got lost in the accent there. Or maybe he just doesn't have coffee himself, so he has no idea what coffee's in it. Not cafe latte, not lantern. Don't ask for a lantern. She's only gonna give you a light.
Cafe latte and a coffee, please.
Cafe latte and a coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, phew, she knew what he meant. She knew what he meant. Straight away, though, this is like such a tell of Richard's character. Like, before he's even sat down, he's went over, asked her what she wants to drink, and then went straight over to order it. Like, he's such a gentleman, this bloke. I love him. Again, this date starts off so well for Richard. They're talking about their similar interests, the different hobbies they have. And one hobby that Richard's date says she does kind of throws Richard off a little bit.
Are you smiling at?
Have a look at this. I've just checked to see if we were affected by that PCP scandal, right? And it's come up with a potential claim value of £21,273. That it's found not only my agreements, but your agreements, because they were in my name. Look, it's found Black Horse Finance 2015, BMW 2017, Audi 2020, and Close Brothers 2021. And it's this website here. Literally went on, it took me less than 60 seconds. I didn't have to have any of them agreements. Less than 60 seconds it took me. And £20,000 is my potential claim value. It's nuts, honestly. Send that to all you little followers and everything. Get them to click on the link below.
On 3, claim a Galaxy Tab A9 Plus worth £259.
You like running?
Yes, running and hoeing. I do hoeing.
Sorry, hoeing was that? Oh, what, like, well, I don't, hoeing? Huh? This is Richard. He doesn't need that. Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Hoeing, the world's finished. Obviously, she didn't mean that. She actually meant to say rowing. It just got lost in her accent. They also talk about how they both lost their dad at the exact same age. Like, this is a real point where they can emotionally connect with each other. Although it's like a deep thing to talk about on a first date, it will be nice that they've both been through this experience and they can kind of talk about their emotions that are involved with losing a parent that young. And you can tell because he actually feels connected to this person. Richard is a lot more comfortable on this date. He even brings out his signature move.
We used to do boxing when I was younger.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes.
To be fair, I mean, it is a bold flirting move, but it seems to be working. Like, look at her face there. She's loving it. Even this bloke outside's like, can I have a touch? You've got another arm there. Can I have a feel? Right? Are you offering everyone, are you? Just asking. She's loving this. I mean, she's into fitness herself. Like, she says she does running and she does rowing. So this is probably something she is maybe attracted to. It's just hilarious that he's like, go on, love. Have a feel. Go on. Spend all day there, love. Squeeze it while you drink your coffee lantern. They'll be there the whole time. Don't you worry. The only thing is, if this drags on a little bit too long, it's going to be a little bit awkward. Right, enough, Richard. There we go. No, not the second Tom. Okay. Put them down, Rich. Richard. Rich. This man. Wait, can I do it? No, I don't even know why I'm trying. How does this man do this? No wonder he does it all the time. Nobody else can do it. It's like he's superpower. Good job that he does spray a lot of deodorant. Otherwise, you know, he would be exposing his patches. But that's why he sprays. He knows that he might need to pull out the signature move at any given moment.
It's okay.
I love that she was like, okay, you can stop now. Yeah, you're right, it's fine. Okay, that's enough, Rich, thank you. I love that I keep calling him Rich as if we're like on that level. But me and him are like, you know, we're like, well, we're boys, honestly. You wouldn't get it, right? You're not like that with Richard. I am, you see, not you. Don't worry, Rich. We don't need to bother about them. And they both want to see each other again. Like, they both give glowing reports of each other, which is really nice to see. And it shows that Richard has actually had a successful date. They haven't walked out like this. Even if they don't go anywhere, which I really hope they do, Richard has got past that stage of somebody not walking out on him. Anyway, back to Luke's date. Did Lucy turn up? Or did Lucy stand up our Luke? I'm gonna tell you. She only fucking came. Come on. Fucking get in. I mean, she was 40 minutes late, but apparently it was down to public transport. So we'll let her off this time just because how nice she is to our Luke. Again, they have a really good date. They do an activity of ice skating, so they both instantly have something to talk about, and it's quite funny as Luke's fallen over a couple of times and they're having a laugh about it. And I don't know if it is because they're doing an activity, but Luke doesn't seem to be overthinking things. He just seems really comfortable, and he's not getting himself too stressed out about overthinking about what to say, just like the bowling alley date, and he just seems like he's just being himself. And again, they both say that they want to have another day, and it looks like something is really blossoming here. And I thought the episode was gonna end here. However, they slip in a little bit more for Richard. Richard says that despite him and the French lady having such a good date, he doesn't want to see her again.
She was a really, really nice girl, but there wasn't any physical attraction on my part anyway.
Basically, she doesn't look like me mum. And if there's one thing about me, I'm not going to say that sentence. You finish that yourself. Okay, I'm not having another out of context clip out there. The first thing that he put on his list was that, you know, he prefers people that are blonde, and both of the people that the agency give him weren't blonde. I'm not saying that's the be all and end all, but before anything, that's what he said. And this man doesn't change his thinking that often. And that's the end of this episode of The Undateables. Now, I have researched into all of these people to see where they are now and what they did after the show. We'll start off with Richard. Richard actually was one of the most famous people to appear on this show after it aired. He actually featured in a lot of episodes after this one. He went on even more dates on the show and even did a flat tour.
43-year-old Lord Richard has acquired an off-the-peg title in a bid to impress his potential dates.
What? How is he just suddenly an aristocrat? Can you do that? Is that like a possibility in the UK? You can just become a lord if you want to. Oh my lord, I need to do that. Lord Cam Kirkham. Lord of the Donuts. Oh! What? I might just shag myself. That is incredible. It's also nice that he's got like a multi-gym. He didn't have that before. Like, is this man just becoming a new specimen? He's hench and a lord. Oh my god, they're going to be forming a queue for him.
But of course, I am a little concerned. Be a bit wary of gold diggers.
I can't tell if he's joking here or not. That is incredible. Yeah, I don't want someone to, come into my life and then we split up and she steals my multi-gym. I've heard the horror stories.
Well, I'm normally polite. If somebody irritates me, I'll just turn around and tell them to fuck off.
I think Richard might be top 3 men ever. This guy's just iconic. Mood.
Bathroom fit for a lord. Got plenty of toothpaste.
Fucking hell. Could power a village for an entire month the amount of teeth whitening products we've got here. His mouth could cure most diseases, it's so clean. However, I watched all of the dates he went on after his first episode on The Undateables, and I don't believe any of them ended up being successful. When researching what he's up to now, I found both his TikTok and his Instagram, and he's posting regularly on these social medias. On location with my manager, Mason Knight. And then he's just attached this cute photo. That is incredible. Definitely not edited in. No Photoshop was used in this photo. Happy Tuesday, everyone. For your information, I've just signed the NDA and contract for the new show and celebrating with my manager. I love you all. This guy It's the best guy. Top 2 men ever created now. I found the perfect solution to the 5-mile limit from my front door. I'll be taking it with me. I mean, that works, right? It's just 5 miles wherever that door is, Richard. This guy is so funny, man. He does look a lot different now. Obviously, he would have aged from the show.
Happy New Year, folks. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Rich. Thanks. Going into the year with a snap pencil. I don't really know what this is meant to insinuate, but I hope you're okay, fella. Right? Like this, if out of anyone in the world, if I could wish happiness on anyone, it would be Richard.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Or Happy Fuckmas.
To anyone that celebrated Fuckmas in 2024, this would have been the perfect video for you. Is it actually fog, or is it everyone's Links Africa? What does it mean? To be fair, he probably gets that a lot with how much deodorant this man wears, so he's probably just posting it for everyone else to see.
I just want to wish all my friends a happy St. George's Day.
I think he just comes on when, like, people are celebrating festivals, like Christmas, St. George's Day, Easter, and just says, like, happy. Like, just wishes everyone a happy experience on these holidays. It's so, like, wholesome. The man's literally got a night in his sitting room. This guy is iconic. I did dive a little deeper to see if he is with anyone at the moment, and I don't believe he has found true love as of yet. As he posted this meme with, obviously, the royal family saying, "Date Richard, he's funny." Now, I don't believe you would post this if you actually were with someone. So, if Richard seems like the type of bloke that you would like to spend your life with, ladies, get in his DMs, okay? You've seen the man's a legend. Moving on, I found that Penny only has a Twitter account. I don't believe she has an Instagram or a TikTok, or at least I couldn't find it. She tweets on her Twitter account quite a lot, and she's also got her own dog, which obviously is really nice that, you know, she's got someone to spend time with if it's not a partner. A dog can definitely help with your loneliness. I know that all too well. So hopefully she's doing okay as well, and she's still on the lookout for our 6-foot policeman hunk. Now, the hardest person to find anything out about was Luke. The only thing I found was that him and Lucy called it quits on their relationship. They decided that the best way forward for both of them was just to remain friends, which is actually kind of sad because it looked like they were really building a strong connection and they seemed like they had a really good chemistry. However, Luke did say that he was really happy to appear on the show because it raised awareness for Tourette's and the things that people with Tourette's have to go through. And overall, just after reviewing this show, it makes us really sad to think that these people that entered themselves onto it actually thought that they were undateable. Like, they'd actually believed that nobody wanted to date them. I know every single person that we covered in this episode still is single, but that doesn't mean they're undateable. It just means they haven't found their perfect person yet. I do think it's a little harsh from the creators of the show to label them the undateables, because that kind of puts this tagline on them that they're not nice people in a way, or at least that's what it makes people assume. And I'm unsure if this show actually does help these people or if it hinders them in their dating life. It'll be interesting to hear what you think. I've read a couple of articles and it says they don't actually get paid for being on the show, which is strange because it is such a huge show, and even on Love Island, like, they get paid what they would miss out on from work. And I know with the undateables you probably don't have to give up as much time, but they still have to give up their time, and this show will be making millions of pounds, so it's a shame that they don't kind of, you know, give them any money for appearing on the show, especially since this show is like so successful in terms of viewing figures. Like, there's so many seasons of this show, and if you'd like me to break down an entire season for you, let me know. Like, 5,000 likes on this video and we will do it. And also comment what season you'd like me to do, because this has been one of my favourite videos to record, honestly. And on that note, donuts, if you would like to see me break down another dating show that is as wild as this one, click this video right here. Go on a binge watcher then while you're here. You might as well enjoy your night, right? See you later, donuts.
So, in terms of salary, you were thinking...
With Indeed, set salary expectations from the start.
This British dating show ruined lives.
And I guess I'd rate myself about 8, maybe 9 out of 10.
Hi, Nikki. He's my ex-boyfriend.
Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Take Me Out was a British TV dating show hosted by Paddy McGuinness, in which one single man would try to obtain a date from 30 single women. And the drama that this show caused was unmatched. I used to be glued to my seat every single Saturday night watching this. In this video, we're going to talk about the insane structure of the show. We're going to talk about each different round that the single man would have to get through in order to get a date at the end. We're going to have a look at some of the success stories, some of the horror stories. And later on in this video, we're going to cover an episode that includes the worst contestant that ever appeared on this show. And we're actually going to see where he is today and how he regrets ever appearing on the show. So let's just get into it. I am so excited for this one. So round 1 involved the single man coming down the love lift elevator. They'd basically do like a little dance, kind of have a look at the girls, then they would say their name and where they're from. At this point, all of the girls are standing behind a podium with their name on and a light. If they like what they see, they keep their light on. However, if they want to eliminate themselves from the guy picking them for a date, they have to press their button, which means their light turns off and they're basically not available anymore. Basically, they don't like what they see. And if every single girl turns their light off, then the man goes home alone. Okay, he doesn't get a date. He's like Macaulay Culkin. Now, I always used to think, like, what is the best process here? Like, do you want to do like a little dance? Like, how do you kind of approach the girls? How do you give off a good first impression? He has some successful ones. Surely that doesn't work. Coming down the elevator like, yeah, fucking single man. Who does this anymore? Who are you, Peter Parker? Also, right, this guy is clearly showing how confident he is. Like, look, he's doing the Jude Bellingham. Okay, he's loving it. He's lapping up and he's going glory. But even like your fashion sense, like what do you wear? Like that's, as a first impression, you need to give off the best one. Is boots something good to wear? The Rick Grimes Walking Dead boots? This man looks like he's just came from fighting off like a family of zombies.
Ryan from Southampton, girls, are you turned on or turned off?
Okay, so maybe I've just been doing it wrong like my entire life. Like all I needed to do when I went in a nightclub and I was single and I wanted to get with someone, I should have just went over to them and been like, you know what? Yeah, all right, love. Like what you see, do you? Right, want to come back to mine? Come on, love. That's what I needed to do, idiot. Oh, okay, this guy's got a little bit of a dance going on. See, right? This is more like, I think this would work, right? You're showing you a little bit of fun, right? Giving it a little bit of the George Sampson. I kind of rate it, okay?
Selkie from London, girls, are you turned on or turned off?
To be fair, right? How can you turn your light off to someone called Silky? What? Silky? Are you joking us? That's like the best name ever. Why was I born with a name like Cam and there's people out here with names like Silky? I'm gonna call my son Polyester, right? He's gonna get all the girls.
Hello ladies, my name's Andrew and I'm from Liverpool.
Accent. Gun. I feel like that's how it would go if it was mine. See, that's like a bold move. Like, this man came in like a shirt and tie. This guy like came ready for the altar. Do you know what I mean? You've got some people turning up in like Rick Grimes boots, and you've got some people turning up looking like James Bond. There's just no dress code to this. After each of the contestants had kind of said the name and they had the initial phase of whether the girls wanted to turn the lights on or off, Paddy would go and talk to a few of the girls to kind of like tell the guy what they like about him. And there's some like wild scenarios here. Like sometimes the girls ask if they can touch them.
Look at them pecs. Can I have a little squidge?
Come on, here you go.
I hate to be like this kind of grifter guy, but can you imagine if it was 30 single men and they were like, oh, look at those tits. Can I have a little squidge? Can I?
Half the Brinksman gold is about to resurface. This is $10 million from Russia with love.
This time is only about the money.
I'll decide when I'm finished! Nick them.
Flying squad, nick him!
I don't know where this ends, but I know that it's begun.
By the way, sorry, was there no, like, tighter tops available for this man? Is this, like, the mamas and papas range? My lord, looks like Captain America. Go on, son. Okay, I mean, you know, it's an exchange as old as man, I guess. So you can see, like, some of the girls really, like, laid on thick straight away with the guys. I always wondered with this show what the dynamic would be like if it was 30 single lads and one single girl. I feel like it would be a lot, for some reason it would seem creepier. I feel like the guys would be a lot more creepy than what the girls are. Now, although there was a lot of successful initial stages on this show, there was also some terrible ones.
Hello ladies, my name's Thomas and I'm from Stirling.
Could you imagine how humbling that would be, though? Just watching all of these girls just go, nice, grim him. To be fair, he reminds me, like, this is me showing me age, but there was a guy on X Factor called Ridian who sang opera. He looks very much like him. He looks like someone I would create on, like, Grand Theft Auto and then go and, like, you know, mow down, like, loads of innocent civilians. I think it's just too much white, if I'm being honest. You know, you look like you're part of the Backstreet Boys, mate.
Looking at the girls who still left the lights on, are you impressed with any of them?
Could be.
He's definitely hurt. He's like, well, you know, beggars can't be choosers, can the paddy? I'm not one to judge, because I actually think this guy, like, I love it when people dress differently and are just themselves, but I know when you've got 30 girls who very much are kind of, you know, party and Ibiza girls, they're not going to go for a guy like this. What's with the whole white attire? Like, why do people dress all in white for this show? It's like they're part of some sort of cult.
Hello ladies, my name is White and I'm from Brighton by the Sea.
You know, it's not a good sign when there's only, like, people laughing or people going... I rate the confidence for this guy to go on a show like this, though, where people have kind of such specific taste. Like, if you don't have an arm sleeve or muscles, you're not getting picked on this show.
Girls, are you turned on or turned off?
Okay, right, 5. That's all right. Right, we can deal with 5. Oh, mate. Oh, I love it. This guy looks like he'd give you 20 quid if you're, like, past go.
We from Cambridgeshire, girls, are you turned on or turned off? Whoa!
The top comment is Reddit in person. Oh, bless him, man. When you see your custom character in a cutscene. I'm pretty sure that ITV knew that some of the people that appeared on this show would get the piss ripped out of them because they just don't fit the mould of, like, a typical dating show, unfortunately. And I feel like they set some people up for failure on this show, definitely. When I used to watch this show, I was like, what is the best, like, song choice? Like, do you want to come out to, like, some sort of, like, hard song? Do you want to come out to a love song? Do you want to come out to a funny song? Let me know what song you're coming out to. What's the perfect song to, like, get people attracted to you? I feel like you need to walk out with, like, Sabrina Carpenter. You know, just show you, like, one of the girls, right? I'm one of yous. Okay. I feel like I would dance as well, like...
Go, man, reveal yourself!
I think that would work. Do you think that would work? I've been practicing that for the last 5 minutes, so hopefully you'll say yeah. Anyway, now obviously some people would feel embarrassed if a lot of people turned the lights off at them in this stage. However, what is even more embarrassing is if you met your ex on this show.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, she put a Y on the end. I like it.
Yeah, do you want to know why? He's my ex-boyfriend.
That would be so awkward. Like, it's already awkward enough and, like, anxiety-ridden that you've got to stand on TV in front of all these girls, but imagine your ex being one of them, knowing exactly who you are as a person, knowing that this person that you're showing to everyone is, like, polished. Like, they've probably seen you take a shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's humbling.
SwnLCZrB.
However, they did actually pick each other and then reach the final round, which we're going to get onto later. So it couldn't have been that awkward. Now, after the single guys got past this stage and still had people somehow with their lights on, round 2 was the videotape round. Now, they could either record their own video to the camera, telling the girls a little bit about themselves, what they do for a job, what hobbies they have, or if they were like too embarrassed, they could get one of their family members or friends to do it for them. And I feel like this was like the make or break round, because obviously the girls are kind of just going off initial attraction at this point. However, when they actually learn about you, that's where they really know if this is going to work between the both of you.
I'm proud to be part of one of the world's elite fighting forces, the Royal Marines, so I'm not in bad shape.
That's not a gun. This is a gun.
It's cringe, but no one turned the light off. See, this just breaks every rule of what I think people are attracted to. What I've learned so far from this video is that if you want to get a girlfriend, you need to go up to them like this and then go, by the way, that's not a gun. Right? And then basically, they're yours forever.
Treat housework as a military operation. I wouldn't pass inspection.
Someone's turned the light off there. Someone clearly, you know, likes a dirty house.
Ladies, my favourite nights out are always in fancy dress. I love hitting the town with the lads dressed up.
Whenever I used to watch this show, I used to find it so interesting when people would turn off. Like, someone saw him in a hot dog costume and just got the ick instantly, was like, nah, not for me.
Probably had about 60 podiums, so I sprayed an awful lot of champagne rather than actually drink it.
All of the quotes are like from Pinterest.
It looks like I'm trying to be Flash, but it is an amazing piece of machinery and I absolutely love it.
See, in what world would you ever think talking about, like, your car is like a way for the girls to, like, want to date you? Like, surely you attracted the wrong type of girl if you're just showing off your possessions. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't you want them to get to know you? Like, don't you want them to like you for you, not your money?
If I had to use 3 words to describe myself, I'd probably use bouncy, alternative, and eccentric. And I guess I'd rate myself about 8, maybe 9 out of 10.
It's so David Brent. This has got to be a skit.
I'll go anywhere for a good party, to be perfectly honest. I really get a buzz out of throwing myself around on the dance floor.
Imagine just being absolutely, like, pissed out your mind in a nightclub and you see somebody like him just absolutely going for it. That would be, like, the most mental experience. Just with his, like, stick. Just, like... I would definitely dance with him, is what I'm trying to say. He's got a stick. Like, this guy brought props to the dance floor. What's not attractive about that? Like you've seen during this round, the girls would turn their lights off at any given point. They didn't really like what they saw. And if the contestants did have some lights on after this round, they would then progress to the next round. You're gonna see later in this video from the worst contestant that ever appeared on this show how this video can make everything go horribly wrong. Now, if they did do their own video for round 2, then their friends or family would do their video for round 3, or if you didn't want a message from your friends or family, you could do a special talent. This show was wild. One guy played the bagpipes. What's going on, man? Why are you showing your arse on national television? I remember one guy kind of did, like, his trade as a talent. I feel like I'm watching, like, an Aldi version of a Fifth Harmony music video. What is this? What are we doing right now? It's just the fact that he would have practiced this in the mirror and went, right, that's mint, that's gonna make everyone just fancy us so much. You know what? I'll do it with me top off as well. Oh, get in. Come on! One guy thought that fighting would attract girls. Like 4 girls turned off when Paddy went down. Clearly, you know, some people were rooting for Paddy in this situation. It's just interesting, though, because, like, when you really deep it, these are the things that, you know, macho guys think is what girls want to see. Like,
Save up to 50% in the Dunelm sale!
With new lines added and further reductions. Shop in-store or online now at Dunelm, the home of homes.
Like, in their heads, they're like, if I put Paddy McGuinness in a submission, they're going to want to rip me pants off. Like, it's just interesting how the cogs in their brains get to this conclusion. Now, the worst contestant that ever appeared on this show actually got a message in from his friend, and you're going to see why this was the worst decision he could have ever made in his life. Now, this round was the final chance for the girls to turn their lights off if they didn't like what they see, because going into the next round, this is where the power gets put in the guy's hand. Thank God! The patriarchy's back! In this round, the man would have to turn off the remaining girls' lights until there was only 2 left to choose from. So if nobody had turned the lights off, basically you've got to turn off 28 girls' lights. However, if there was only 2 girls' lights left, then you're kind of just stuck with those 2 girls. And after the guy has whittled it down to the 2 girls that he likes the most, he must then ask them both the same question, and then they have to give an answer to it, and that's kind of meant to sway his mind in a way.
Girls, when I go out, I use my trusty teeth whitening pen. How would you two brighten up my day?
Oh, okay.
It's so cringe. When I go out, I use my teeth whitening pen. How would you brighten up my day? Did ChatGPT write that? This is how I imagine, like, Windows 10 would try and res us up.
Well, I'd always be bright because my light would always be on for you.
Oh. Terrible. Get off. About as bright as a dark hole, love.
Wow, my podium's still on, so I must have caught your attention when you walked down that lift.
Oh, same answer.
That was a bit shite, wasn't it?
Right then, ladies, you'll be happy to know that I've already named our children. Melody, Harmony, and Maximus Decimus Tiberius. But if you're going to name our first child, what would it be and why?
How about Dave? Just kind of even it up a little bit, you know, bring a bit of balance to this.
Let's go for Howard, because how would you like to take me to Fernando?
It's my middle name, which is Joanna, because Joanna take me to Fernando.
See, okay, now we're talking. Now, it's cringe. But it's creative. It's creative cringe. The best type of cringe. And while I'm doing this with my hands, it makes us feel like I'm kind of having a bit of a deeper thought. And I don't know what I'm doing. And just before the guy has to go and turn one of their lights off to end up with one person who he's going to go on holiday with, because that's what they do when they pick the one person, they then get told a fact about one of the girls, but they're not told which girl the fact's about. And some of them are just wild.
One of these girls is so ticklish that last week she kicked a masseuse straight in the mouth.
It's like such a stupid fact. Like, is that really going to sway your decision? Like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to get kicked in the mouth. Who looks like they'd kick someone in the mouth? Right? And then the girls are like there with like the ultimate poker face, like, it's not me. It's just such a weird, like, part of the show. Now, once the guy has chosen the girl that he's going to go on holiday with and hopefully spend the rest of his life with, Paddy then asks the girls if they want to know who the guy's love at first light was. Basically, before the guy came down the lift, he has to pick who he fancied the most. They're basically just trying to, like, set them up for failure just before they let them leave. Just quickly, guys, I want to make sure that if you haven't already, please do consider pressing the subscribe button and joining the best community on the internet, the Donuts. In this little corner of the internet, we do dating shows, we do TV shows, we review all that kind of stuff. So if this is what you're interested in and you want more videos to binge watch when you're bored, press the subscribe button now.
Do you want to know, or do you just want to jet off to Fernando's?
I want to know.
Of course you want to know. Okay.
Oh.
Conrad's love at first light was Kira.
It's just a little bit awkward. I don't think that it has such a big impact on the date that you're about to have. But it's just not nice to hear, is it? That you wouldn't have been, you know, the person's first choice. However, it is kind of just like an initial attraction thing, so it's not that deep in my opinion. But it's just not nice that they read it out because it kind of embarrasses you both a little bit. After this, they then both jet off to the Isle of Fernando's, which was like this made-up place, which was actually kind of cool because it created this whole like world around Take Me Out, that there was this specific island that was only used for dates from the show. When I researched it, it's actually just in Tenerife, so it's not actually that mystical. Now, it's time for us to cover the biggest knob that ever appeared on this show, according to the audience. And I want to take a look at his episode from him coming down the elevator all the way to his date in Tenerife, or the Isle of Fernando's. And we're also going to look at where he is now, so let's just get into it, because by the end of this, you're going to be hiding behind your sofa over with cringe. So this guy is called Damien Merry, and he decided that his music choice coming down the love lift would be Chris Brown, Beautiful People, which automatically kind of sets the tone, talking about yourself in like a positive light. Yeah, I'm beautiful. And what? Although choosing Chris Brown, you know, not the best reputation with women. Now, his initial reaction with the girls was really good. I believe only 2 girls turned the light off out of everyone. I would take that. Right, that's a good percentage. So clearly a lot of the girls, just based off initial attraction, fancied him at this point.
Wow. He is hot to trot. I like it.
He then recorded his own video to kind of let the girls know a little bit more about him.
I've modelled for Diesel, TK Maxx, right down to DFS sofas.
I mean, how can you turn your light off, right? This guy's got range. He's modelled for Diesel and also TK Maxx. When Diesel goes out of fashion, it goes into TK Maxx. The chemistry he has off the charts.
My best features are apparently my eyes, my smile, and my bottom.
Right. So, any ladies into pegging? Okay. I'm your man. Don't clip that out of context, please. God. Again, at this point, he was doing pretty okay. Like, not a lot of the girls turned their lights off there. There was a couple at Diesel, you know, clearly petrol fans. And at this point, it looked like he was going to be one of the success stories from this show. However, in round 3, he opted for one of his friends to do a video telling the girls a little bit more about him. That's not from Damien's perspective.
Only recently, he dated the one and only Jodie Marsh, who I think is so natural. He absolutely...
Sorry. I would genuinely never speak to me mate again if he did this. Why are you trying to bait your friend out? Wait, who is Jodie Marsh? Why is everyone turning the lights off? Like, she doesn't come with him as an item, does she? Some sort of threesome going on? Oh. She's an English media personality and model. Okay, I believe she does OF. Why would you do this to your friend? Why would you bring up an ex when he's trying to get with somebody else? This never ends well. Don't bring up your exes. It's the fact they've included photos as well, man. Could you imagine you went on a date with someone and then your mate comes and just shows photos of you with your ex? Of course that's not going to go down well, no matter who it is.
Join now and get increased odds with a Bet Builder boost every day.
Luckily for all the girls tonight, that relationship didn't work out.
Oh my God, look at his face. Look at his face. He's about to delete him from the group chat instantly. I just know that friend has been preying on Damien's downfall from the day he came out the womb, and this was the perfect chance to execute it. Paddy then goes up to some of the girls to ask why they turned off at the Jodie Marsh bit, and this is the worst possible thing that could have happened for Damien.
Not as wild as she is, I'd imagine.
I was going to pick you, Lucy.
Oh, no. Oh, look at the girls.
Why would you say that, you idiot? Like, imagine being a girl with your light still on, be like, all right, well, fuck you then. Right, didn't want you anyway. You stupid leather jacket with your red t-shirt, what doesn't match? What model can't dress? You call yourself a model, do you? Get dressed in the dark, did you? Forget to pay your lecky bill. Bastard. Like, him saying that instantly just kind of disregards the girls that have got their lights on. Like, that would just make me want to turn off because I'm like, okay, I'm a second choice now, am I?
So out of all the girls, you were going to pick Lucy?
From the beginning, yeah.
Technically, saying you're second best.
Yeah, that's not nice, mate. Not nice. Like, loads of the girls that kept their lights on instantly regretted doing so after hearing this.
Because I was going to let you off with the Jodie Marsh thing. Everyone makes mistakes, and I'm like...
It's the fact he's not even laughing. He's just like, I don't know if this guy just has like a really big ego, but like surely you just laugh, like you're embarrassed, just laugh along. Don't act like you're better than this. It's just his vibe's totally off.
But Lucy, I mean, how are you feeling about that?
Awkward.
I'm pretty sure appearing on this show as a man was like a humiliation ritual. Do you know all the pain that men have caused women? This show got back at them. This show was leveling the playing field. Now at this point, you can tell that Damien's ego is very hurt. Like, obviously this guy, you know, he clearly loves fame. He clearly loves himself, which is like a good thing, obviously. But I feel like this guy like really loves himself. Obviously with him being a model, etc. He says he has loads of good features, whatever. So when his ego takes a hit, like, I don't think he can handle it because he's trying to defend himself, but he just keeps like digging himself into a deeper and deeper hole the longer the show goes on.
Can I defend myself?
You must feel really awkward as well.
It's because I always attract blondes. See, out of all the brunettes, I will hold my hands up, it's the most attractive of the brunettes.
Don't say that! She's literally blonde, you idiot! Yeah, the reason I said Lucy is like, I'm just not really here for a blonde. Oh shit, you're blonde, love, fuck. Sorry, Emma. Sorry, love. Like, it's almost as if he's trying to self-sabotage himself. I have no idea. Like, just stop talking. Just stop.
On 3, we're ready. 1, 2, 3.
The show was so good. You can tell that his ego is really hurt because when it's down to him to like whittle it down to 2 girls that he has to choose from, the way he turns off the first girl's light is you can tell he's just angry. Like, was there any need for the like sassiness of it? Boof! Not today, woman with a bob. He then leaves only 2 blonde girls, even though he said that he wanted a brunette coming onto this show. I don't feel like this guy knows what he wants. He then said that this was his reason for doing so.
You've left Steph, you've left Chelsea, you've left 2 blonde girls.
No choice.
Yeah, no.
Seriously, mate, stop talking. Just don't talk. Just like become like Charlie Chaplin for the rest of this. Just, you know, mimic stuff, hand movements, okay? Talking is not for you. What do you mean you had no choice? It's almost like he's trying to put the girls down for some really weird reason if he thinks he's like above most of them. Now at this point, you're probably thinking, well, like there's not much of this show left. Like it can't get any worse, can it? Well, just hold on a minute. Because when he asks the girls his final question, it gets so much worse.
Well, girls, if I was stuck on the Isle of Fernando's and I could take one thing, it'd be a meerkat. What would you take and why?
Why? Like, you're going to be dying on this island with no supplies, and the only thing you decide to bring is a meerkat? Why? I haven't seen a meerkat be useful, apart from, like, you know, when it used to be an advert for Coronation Street and you can compare, like, car prices, but you're not going to want to do that on a desert island.
I would have a really good answer for this if I like the lad.
Call it off. Time. He's already dead. Oh my God, look at his face. He's like, well, you're blonde, so actually, I don't actually fancy you. I've got you there out of charity. The fact that you're even in the final 2 with in a position to date me, you should be counting your lucky stars, love. It's not a good sign when, you know, your other option is cheering the girl who said she doesn't fancy you. Everyone is rooting for your downfall here. You know, I feel like I've been very biased towards everyone else but Damien. I will say this must be the most awkward experience ever. Every single person in this studio room is like cheering because you're doing bad. Like, you must, you know, a lot of people would get their back up at that. So I can't imagine, like, he is feeling a little butthurt here.
I would take milk, because I love milk.
Well, at least the meerkat's got something to drink. Oh, God, man.
Is it going to be Steph?
Or is it going to be... Oh, nice!
Genuinely, I have never seen something as awkward as this. This is meant to be the stage of the show where, you know, you're in the lovey-dovey stage. You've got the excitement of going on holiday with one of these girls, and when one of the girls, like, physically can't stand the sight of you, that's when, you know, you're probably not going to be in for the best holiday. Damien then had to pick Chelsea because the other girl's light got turned off before he had a chance to do it. It was almost like one final kick in the balls that they got on him. And usually at this point when the pair like meet and hug for the first time, like it's really nice because this could be the start of like an everlasting relationship. However, it's just so awkward.
It's been an emotional couple of rounds. But I
I do think you'll have a good laugh with him, at least. We can have a glass of milk on the beach.
Congratulations! Off you go!
I love that they didn't ask if Chelsea wanted to find out his love at first light because they just didn't want to kind of bring any more trauma upon this couple. I mean, I'm not surprised that Chelsea was distraught that she was going on a free holiday with this man. Like, he didn't even get a name right in the final interview.
All the girls got such lovely dates tonight. I feel like I've kind of taken one for the team and I've been left with the runt of the litter.
When I met Lucy on stage, I kissed her on the cheek. She seemed a little...
Excuse me, sir. Can I have a moment of your time, please?
What is it?
Okay, wonderful. Have you had a car on PCP or HP between 2015 and 2021?
Yeah.
Have you made a potential check for compensation? Yes.
I've seen it, but I can never remember my old registration plate, so I never get through the form.
Even better. You don't need your registration plate. You don't need any forms or anything.
Yeah, but what about my agreements?
Don't need those either. All you need to do is enter your name and a few quick details into a free online form, which I'm going to give to you now, and it will tell you in as little as 60 seconds if you have a potential claim for compensation. Should we do it now?
What is it?
Okay, if you go to financeclaimsexpert.co.uk.
Oh.
Right, David, let's see how much you could potentially be owed.
Hey, that's impressed me, that has. It's found both of them, two of them.
That's it's over £10,000 you could potentially be owed.
It tells you which ones they are as well. Black Horse and Moltenovo, 2021 and 2015.
And then,
oh yeah, guys, go and do it.
At McQueen's, our cows do things a little bit differently. Wake up to fresh produce every morning, delivered straight to your door. Now featuring added vitamin D milk at no extra cost. On time, every time. So fresh, you'll think the cows had delivered it themselves. Order online today at mcqueensdairies.co.uk.
Lucy's the one that you wanted that turned the light off. This is Chelsea. Chelsea, Lucy. I genuinely can't believe that this guy is not like a character. Like, what is going on here? It's gotta be like the worst contestant on a dating show ever. Now, this show aired every single Saturday, so you had to wait a week later to see how the date went from the previous week's contestants. And I have found on YouTube footage of the date between Damien and Chelsea, and let me tell you, this is just the most awkward couples holiday you're ever gonna see.
All right.
Yeah, how are you?
Do I get a kiss?
You want?
Oh, did you see her look to the camera? She's like, yeah, if you want. She's like, by the way, can like the producers just stay with us at all times? Do not let me alone with this man, please. I am begging. His surname might be Mary, but I am not happy here.
Did you not think it was quite insulting that you said you were going to choose Lucy from the start?
In my defence, I've had major problems with blondes before.
That's your defence. Guilty. Throw him away. Why would you think there's a correlation between someone's hair colour and the way they act? What, do you think that every single person with blonde hair acts a certain way? And every single person with brunette? There's no correlation here, sir.
I am quite a clumsy character. I do say the wrong thing. Most people think it's endearing, not Chelsea.
Most people think it's endearing when I say that I don't fancy them and I actually fancy their friend more, but not Chelsea. She's a tricky customer.
Neither of us knew what to say or when to say it.
What's your favourite animal?
Somebody give me the strength.
Mine's a meerkat. But you knew that. About the time. Right, see you later, love. Where's your favourite place to play football? Stamford Bridge? Did you get it? Because just call Chelsea.
Any questions you need to ask me? Anything you care to know?
When's your flight home? Tomorrow. Great. I want to get early check-in. Right, just seize the day.
He just has a knack of really digging a hole.
From the show, she had it in her head that I was a bad boy. Can't win. I can't win.
I think it's just a pattern of behaviour that you're not breaking, you know? Like, everything you say is just weird, mate. Like, it's just red flag city. Like, there's no more places to plant the flags. I can't bloody walk, man.
Thought I could melt the Ice Queen. Didn't happen.
I love that he's calling her the Ice Queen just because she didn't like it when he said that he fancied someone else more than her, and then when he whittled it down to only 2 girls, he went, well, I didn't really have a choice though, did I? Like, I don't think that makes her a nice queen. I think that just makes her normal. Now, whenever I do one of these videos, I always try and see like where the contestants are today to see like how this like appearing on a show like this impacted their lives. Well, Damien actually has one of the more interesting stories, as he's actually a successful YouTuber. I say YouTuber, I believe he's like a real estate agent, like a really high-end one, but he also posts on YouTube. Like, he has a channel where he like tours like £9 million, £30 million houses.
Are you ready to see the best property in the UK? Welcome to Harford Manor.
Like, this is such a strange pipeline. Are you ready to see a £30 million house in the UK that obtains 17 meerkats? You've came to the right video. If I was him, I would just go in every single room with a bed and be like, see what you're missing, Lucy? Hey? Turned your light off, you could have had all this. This is crazy, like genuinely mental. Like, this guy like just kind of built off the momentum that he had on the show. I did try and find a clip of him talking about appearing on the show, and I found this one.
I prefer brunettes, and there was probably 80% of them were blonde.
He seems much more mellow now. He seems like a little bit more sensible, but I mean, this is only a tiny clip from a podcast, so it's kind of hard to kind of really judge him. But I hope with age he's kind of learned from his mistakes, because he seems quite sound in this podcast clip. Now, just to end this video, I wanted to kind of see if this show did have any like real success stories, and I found out that 8 couples that were matched on the show actually got married, and there is 6 babies who are classed as take me out babies, which, you know, in terms of percentages, it's probably not that great, but if they've made like 1 couple get married and have babies, that's a success to me, because the entertainment this show brought was amazing. To me, it wasn't all about like the people kind of staying together. I just loved like the interaction that this show created, and honestly, I think they should bring it back. Apparently the show did get cancelled because of low ratings. ITV said that the show had kind of ran its course, and Paddy McGuinness was so shocked because apparently he thought it was doing quite well. I honestly believe if they brought this back with Gen Z, it would bang. Genuinely, it would do so well and could kind of like reignite people watching television again on a Saturday night, because we see so many dating shows on YouTube, etc., and none of them, in my opinion, like even like kind of compete with Take Me Out. If they get another host, just saying, who can like bring some energy to the show, oh my god, I would never miss an episode of it, because genuinely I still go back and watch these full episodes. One of my favorite things is like the memes on TikTok people have created around this show. Sorry, another content idea. Old people's homes, if you've got a lift like this, why have you not filmed this? That's gonna like keep their brains active. Oh my god, that would be so good.
No larky, no larty. Single man, reveal yourself.
Genuinely, like, people just loved this show and it was so good to see. Let me know if you would like to see this show back, and also let me know if you want me to review more dating shows, because honestly it's my favourite genre of TV show. 4,000 likes and I'll do that. And if you want to see me break down another dating show, click this one here. Go on, do it, you deserve it. Or watch a brand new video from me on my Reacts channel.
With 3, save £336 on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Stop trying to navigate a million travel sites. Use the Kayak app. Compare prices on your flights, stays, and car hire all in one place, so you get more time and budget to enjoy what you love, like snorkeling, dune driving, and skydiving. Kayak! Go see for yourself!
This UK dating show is the wildest thing I've ever witnessed.
Please reveal the bottom half of the bodies.
If I was to see that after a 3rd date, it would surprise me. I've never seen one like that.
Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to be breaking down the most controversial dating show the UK has ever produced, Naked Attraction. Now already by the title you can probably tell what the premise of this dating show is. There's one clothed person that is faced with 6 different naked people that are standing in pods. Initially their full bodies are hidden, and as the rounds go on, more of their bodies are revealed from the ground up. It's absolutely crazy. They do this for 4 successive rounds, and at the end of every round, the person who is clothed must take away one person, basically eliminate the person they don't like the look of. They do this until only 2 people are left, and when they get down to their final 2 people they want to choose from, they themselves then become naked for the first time. Okay. Who thought of this concept? Somebody that hadn't done it for a while. And after they take their clothes off, they then decide which of the 2 people that they want to go on a clothed date with. And the show then films the date, and then we get like an update of if they're still together today. It's a really fun concept, and I'm looking forward to breaking this one down, because this show just generates the wildest clips in UK history. There's a moment later in this video that will genuinely have you gobsmacked at what she says. I can't believe this specific episode was aired on national television. But before we get into breaking down the full episode, I just want to react to the intro, because the intro tape is wild in itself.
I've tried the whole Tinder thing. It's not really worked out that great for me.
So I just thought I'd come on national television and take me clothes off, right? That's the only thing I can do now, unfortunately. It's the only way to turn. What? Is this really the excuse? Oh, just Tinder's not working for us. I saw the advert and thought, how bad could it be? You've got to have some supreme confidence to go on this show. You can't be shy and go on this show.
Status symbols, online profiles, and the clothes we wear can all get in the way of finding our perfect mate.
Really? Like, really? The clothes you wear, does that get in the way of dating someone? Unless you're like really out there with your clothes and somebody isn't into that. Do people really look at people and go, ugh, you're wearing a grey hoodie? No thank you. Ick. Gotta be very shallow.
I can look at a guy and go, yeah, he's fit. And then when it comes to being naked, I'm like, okay, maybe not.
Oh, jeez, just... Imagine you're getting on with someone on a first date, you both go back to, you know, one of your houses, you take your clothes off and she goes, oh, are you taking the piss? I'm out of here. I would never take my clothes off again. Even if I was sleeping alone, I'm sleeping in jammies.
But what would happen if we were stripped of all the things that usually define us? In this dating show, we go back to basics.
I mean, there's basics and then there's basics, right? We're going back to like caveman times here. You know, you just look at someone that has just got no clothes on. You're like, I like the look of you. Want to make some babies? Let's do it. I do get what they're saying though. They're basically saying like you're stripped down literally to just your bare bones. You're just putting yourself out there, like you're not even really speaking. But then again, is this a good structure to find love? Because you're just judging people basically off their physical features, not their emotional ones.
Don't know where to look.
That was just a full package shot. That was a full DPD shot just in me face. I feel like I'm in a Royal Mail warehouse right now. Everywhere I look, just a different package.
Have you been faced with 6 penises?
No, but I feel like I should have done.
No, actually. I can't remember the last bukkake I attended.
Who are you going to pick for your date?
This is the hardest decision of my life. Oh my God.
Damn, who directed this? Quentin Tarantino? I'm hyped. Oh, I've just witnessed Newcastle win a cup, and I think I'm as equally as hyped for this. We then move into the actual episode, and the person that will be taking part as the chooser in this specific episode is a woman called Mel.
I'm Mel, I'm 24, and I'm from Guildford. I'm a lingerie designer and a trained masseuse.
I mean, that's 2 pretty sick jobs. A lingerie designer and a masseuse. I mean, if there's anyone that would go on a show like this, that is 2 kind of jobs that kind of fit the description. That's all I'm saying. Someone that is comfortable being around different naked bodies on a day-to-day basis. Also, the fact she's 24, like, she has a set of balls on her. Not literally, I don't know, right? We're gonna see soon. She tells us that she's been single for 3 years and is bisexual.
Having so much to choose from, it does make things harder.
Does it actually? To my bisexual friends out there, does it make it tougher? I thought it would make it easier. Just like naively. Like you have more to choose from. You know, like you're, oh, but then you can be more picky. Oh, I've never thought about it like that. But I just thought, wow, you get like double the choice. That's amazing. But then it makes it even harder to know exactly what you want. So it's just 10 times more confusing. What? I never understood the bisexual struggle until now. Not all heroes wear capes.
Girls are a little bit harder to crack. Most of them are so high maintenance.
Tell us about it, Mel. Tell me about it. All girls are just really high maintenance, not me though. Right, very low maintenance if anyone's watching. Right, Instagram is @MelXX. Unlucky girls, take that L. Right, the boys on top again. And straight away, I feel like Mel doesn't really know why she's coming on this show because she kind of contradicts herself a little bit. There's one clip where she's telling her friend that she's on the show for this reason.
It's cheesy, I'm trying to find my soulmate, but we all are, aren't we?
You're trying to find your soulmate on Naked Attraction? I mean, I love the spirit, love. Keep that going, you're gonna need it. But then to the camera, she says something completely different, in my opinion.
I'm wanting to find just someone I can experiment with and just have fun, be it a boy or a girl.
See, that's not soulmate talk. Experiment and have some fun. I know what that means, love. Okay, that's you mixing the souls with someone physically. You know, like two people kissing and they're both girls. You know? What am I saying? This show's making us funny. I'm enjoying myself though. Hope you are too. Anyway. And this makes me think Naked Attraction is for people that are kind of just confused, kind of don't know where they are in their kind of dated life, and they think that, you know, if I just go on this show, what is the worst that could happen? And honestly, that creates for quite an interesting concept, because people are going on this show with nothing to lose, really. They're not trying, it's not like Love Island where people are trying to be influencers. They're just going on this for a laugh, and that's why it's so funny. The show then cuts to Mel in the studio, and she tells Anna, the host, her preference when it comes to gender.
So do you prefer men or do you prefer women generally?
I do lean on the side of men, because there is an actual joystick to ride.
Alright, straight into it. I mean, we're going to take our clothes off anyway. We might as well just put all our cards on the table here. A natural joystick to ride? Sorry? Do you think this is some sort of PlayStation? Well, it's clearly not a gay station, right? Can I say that joke? I don't think I can. Just because she doesn't, you know, she prefers guys. You know, it's might hold me hands up for that one. I don't think that was me finest work, guys. It's less Xbox, more sex box. How many more puns can I do? Don't think I've got any more in this. Mel then goes on to say that in her opinion, physical attraction is the most important thing in a relationship. And I find that interesting, and it'd be quite interesting to hear your thoughts on it in the comments. Like, it's obviously so important because you need to be physically attracted to your partner. But I feel like that is only so much because, you know, you need like a little bit of substance. You need like a connection. You need like similar interests to keep that spark going. Because I feel like you can't be in like a long-term relationship and the only thing that you like about this person is the way they look. Everything else you don't. Maybe there is some people in relationships that do just base it all on physical attraction. But I feel like you need more. And that's why I don't know if by the end of this, the person she picks, she's going to be in a long-term relationship with her. Moving on, Mel then stands in front of the 6 pods where the 6 people are waiting to be revealed, and it's as if it's in slow motion. All of the covers just slowly lift to reveal their bottom halves all the way up to their waist. Okay, they're giving her a little bit but not too much, so right, keep it in your pants, guys.
Please reveal the bottom half of the bodies.
This is mental. What the What is going on? It's like I'm watching Iron Man and Tony Stark's choosing which suit he's gonna fight the baddie in. What? Yeah, Jarvis, I'll have the one with no pubes today. Thank you very much.
This is fantastic. Yes, good.
Oh, okay, we're just getting package shot. Package.
Boys or what's goes to the girls?
I know you can't see this because I will be kicked off YouTube, but this isn't how big they all are, though, is it? It's not really. Okay, right. The camera adds pounds and length, apparently. Couple of inches, hopefully. Christ. Okay, gonna have to tell Chloe some more jokes to keep her interested. That's alarming. Mel is then asked who she's initially drawn to out of these 6 people. There's 3 girls and 3 guys, and she says one of the girls because she has a tattoo above her, you know, her bits. I'm gonna have to just call it bits so this video doesn't get demonetized.
Should we go and have a look?
Yeah, please.
How could you go on this show and have the confidence when people are literally walking up to your bare body and going, oh, yeah, it's all right, that, isn't it? Yeah. They would have to squint pretty hard if I was on this show. Hopefully they've got some binoculars on set. They then go and inspect a man just to make it fair, so they're looking at both of the genders here. And instantly, they just shame him.
I think we should do one male just to like
To
even
balance it up.
He looks a little bit nervous.
You can't say that. You can't go up to him and go, God, he looks a little bit nervous. Are you all right, son? Is everything okay? Just because it looks a little bit, looks a little bit shriveled. Is that its normal size? I don't believe it. Has anyone got a radiator you can stand next to? Right, he's a little bit nervous. I think he's cold. I really wish we could see the guy's facial expressions here. Because if he is nervous, this is just going to make him more nervous. It's like, when you go on a run for the first time and you know that everyone's looking at you going, she's not a runner. What's she doing? She doesn't normally run. Why does she think she's a runner when she's not? This is how this guy's gonna feel. Do you know what? We've had a couple of deeper videos recently. This is much more of a light-hearted one. I feel like we've needed it. They then talk about his pubes, and you can tell they're kind of like talking about it in a little bit of a bad way, saying, why has he got like so many pubes? Probably not helping also like the size thing, it's kind of on a losing battleground here. It's fighting for its life.
I'm quite surprised I'm not seeing Tarzan swing through there. If I was to see that after a third date, it would surprise me.
Would it? Right, what's wrong with a little bit of... Right, sorry, love, if it's not up to scratch for you. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to show you how much pubic hair there's there. There's a little bit. But I wouldn't say it like Tarzan would be swinging in it. It's hardly like, the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. You're walking through to a forest here. And that's what makes me think, is this show actually like body positive? Like, is it actually promoting like all different shapes and sizes? Or is it kind of just taking the piss out of them? I guess it depends on the contestant that is choosing, to be honest. But I don't imagine this guy's confidence would have improved after appearing on this show. Everywhere I look, his bits are just staring at us like, what is... Yeah, they can't get away. What makes it even worse for this guy is the next guy they go to, they give him the complete opposite reaction.
It's definitely the biggest out the lot.
And do you like a big willy?
I prefer average.
Yeah, okay, okay, there's a win for me. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mel. Yeah, the big ones are too big. Honestly, you don't want them, The big ones here, we don't need them ones, honestly. Don't even know why they exist, really. It's just pointless, really. No one wants them, so... Christ, that's like me arm. Is that real? That can't be real. That's got to be like a prosthetic. What? That would beat me in an arm wrestle.
Well, the average flaccid penis is 3.6 inches.
Is that true? That's actually wild. I actually genuinely thought that would be a lot bigger. Like, as a guy, this is one weird thing that is promoted to guys that, the bigger is better. And that's one insecurity that all guys have, no matter who you are. Unless, like, you know that you have a big one. Every guy has that insecurity that you have, like, a little bit of a, you're on the smaller side. It's such a weird social dynamic that's been created. So I guess this is a good plus point of the show to kind of promote healthier information for both girls and guys and everyone. They then go over to the person standing in the green box, and what they say to them would definitely embarrass me.
In terms of a vagina,
I've never seen one like that.
God, I've never seen one like that before. Does that still fall under the category? Yeah. Do they still call that wow. Okay, unique. You can have that as a compliment for free, love. I've never seen one like that before. How would you feel if somebody said that to you? Would you feel complimented? Let me know. One interesting thing that this show does do after certain segments is they put in like an animated kind of visual of a certain fact relating to what the contestant just mentioned. There's a part where Mel talks about pubes, and then they give you like an animated fact about it.
You can have the friction actually enhance your sexual experience.
Friction isn't the only benefit of pubes. Scientists believe that pheromones, invisible chemicals we all produce, cling to pubic hair and release a scent that subconsciously increases arousal in potential partners.
What? Is that real? By the way, who is studying that? Who's taken the time to study that? That's incredible. Props to you. So if you have more hair down there, then it's like more attractive because it smells better? What, is that because when you spray Lynx, it just like stays in there more? Oh my God, that's incredible. What? And she shamed the orange guy for having too much. I bet he smells amazing. I don't know. Hopefully. Probably not, actually. Probably Nah. I think it is a good way for them to kind of, you know, add an extra layer to this show, because obviously it's very just like choosing off physicality. So them adding these facts just gives it another kind of emotional layer, another kind of interesting viewpoint. I kind of rate it, even if they are a bit quirky and stupid. I just want to see who she chooses by the end of this and what they actually look like. Mel then asks everyone to do a 360 so she can see their bums. Very cheeky, Mel, very cheeky. Flipping the script on them. And after this, Mel has to eliminate her first person from the show, the person that she likes the look of the least.
Who would you like to say goodbye to?
My sincerest apologies, but it's going to be Blue.
What?
Personally, it's just a bit too curvy for me.
Let's see.
All right, Mel, that's noted. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mel.
Tizam! She's a health worker from London.
Sorry, she's a health worker. So does she just go back to work on Monday and like everyone in the office is going to know she's had a full kit off on telly? I guarantee when she walks in the room, it's going to be silent. But hopefully they just have a laugh about it. Like, there shouldn't really be a stigma around this, even if it is a little bit weird. I also think getting voted off first is a little bit of a shot to your confidence, because they're just rating like you on the downstairs area. So it's gonna, like, you've never just been rated on that area before, so you're gonna start questioning things about yourself if like down there doesn't look as good as other people. I just hope these people like don't lose self-esteem after appearing on this show. I know it was their choice to come on this show, but I feel like it's because they're all in desperate places. The woman voted out then talks to the camera about her experience on the show, and she actually says that it has improved her confidence, which is really nice. Apparently every single time she does it, she has to have all of the lights off because she's self-conscious about her body. So hopefully this show's give her a little bit more confidence, like she's stood naked in front of a lot of people. Maybe next time she does it, she can, you know, have a little bit of lamp on, right? A small lamp for a little bit of ambience. Get some self-progression going, love. You're beautiful. They also do this really funny transition after they've been voted out, where they like go from naked to clothed, but like they just spin them round really fast as if they're like a superhero. I just find the concept of going on this show so funny. Like, imagine telling like your nan that you're going to be on national television, and then she asks you, oh, what show? Is it The Chase? Not quite. It's just the one where you take your entire kit off. What's that one called? Naked Attraction, that's it. Yeah, I'll be on there. See you later, Nan. Hopefully your blood pressure's not gone up too much. The next round then starts, and the pods reveal their bodies up until their neck, so basically all we can't see is their faces. It's the what are the sound effects, man? Are they revealing the Cybermen army out of Doctor Who? Is someone gonna come over and start deleting people? It's so dramatic. Also, right, I don't know how much of this we can show, but this guy's stance, wow, this guy looks like he's ready to fight for Britain in the apocalypse. This guy looks like a caveman who has just woke up in modern times. That's a compliment, by the way. The guy is absolutely ripped. The host then makes a comment about how one of them has a lot of moles, and then the show does an animated cutscene of like a moles fact.
A study has discovered that people with over 100 moles on their body have a delayed aging process, making them appear up to 7 years younger.
That's just bullshit, sorry. What? If you've got quite a few moles, you look 7 years younger, do you? Really? This is a great day to have moles, by the way. Right, anyone watching, you've got a few moles on you? Just know you look a lot younger. Terrible day to be moleless. They kind of rattle through this round, and Mel chooses to vote out Yellow, the person with the exceedingly long bits, which I was a little bit surprised by, because she did compliment his physique a lot in this round, but she said that the size of his bits was just too intimidating. Again, I've been saying this for years, right? You know, you don't want the big one. Big ones are too big, right? Yeah. Just quickly, Donuts, I want to say thank you so much for getting us to 500,000 donuts on this channel. Genuinely, when we hit it, I cried. Right, I did. That's like such a huge achievement for me. The fact you take time out your day to support what I do genuinely means the world to us. But now we're closer to 1 million than we are 0. So if you want to be in the before 1 million club of donuts, press subscribe. We're going to the moon. Okay, so join us on this journey. We're trying to hit 1 million. Oh my god, I never thought I'd say that. Press subscribe.
Mal absolutely loved your slender frame, but in the end, I'm afraid it was your willy that was maybe a little bit too big, Ruben.
See, but this guy has like the perfect excuse, you know? It's like if you get dumped, you can just tell people, oh, you know, just she said my penis was too big. Oh god. You know the struggles, guys. But like with him, it's actually true. So if anything, it's just a compliment. Compliment. Said that. We had a compliment, sir. Okay, take it as a compliment. At least you know you never have to worry about it being too small down there. Okay? Wear that badge with pride. He seems a little bit prideful in his interview afterwards.
You should got to know me. You should know that I'm the kindest, most gentlest person there is. It's nice to know that I'm definitely prepared down there, but if I was given the chance to use it, that'd be even better.
It's a gentle giant. Okay, you could call it the BFG. Very friendly. Making a lot of innuendos today, guys. I don't know if I'm feeling comfortable about this. Just the fact that when he goes to work on Monday, everyone's going to be like, you heard about him? Right? Huge down there. Massive. I've heard he ties it around his waist like a belt. Really? Yeah. Surely this has done wonders for his confidence moving into his everyday life. Mel is now down to 4 people. She has 2 guys and 2 girls. Who is going to be the one person she chooses by the end? Now in this round, we get to see everyone's faces for the first time. So this is kind of an awful round to get voted out in.
Surprises?
Yes, but I'm very happy with that.
This is so interesting because, like, you know, these people who are appearing on this show are, like, very pretty people. Like, they're good-looking people. I'm not saying that this show is only for people that, you know, aren't stereotypically pretty, but it's just interesting because I imagine none of these would have that many issues, like, dating people, but it's just so interesting that they feel like this is their only choice to come on this show. I mean, it's great that they've got the confidence to show their naked bodies on national television. It's just insane to me. Like, I could never do this. I rate the confidence of them. This guy looks biblical though. Like, look at him. Genuinely. He looks like he could make blind people see for the first time. It looks like he could split the Red Sea.
Where do you want to go?
Orange. You were definite about that.
Oh, I just realised this is the guy that she said he basically has a tiny penis. Look at the way he's staring at her. He's like, yeah, what you got to say about it now? Say it me face. Go on, love. Oh, you were so confident when my face was hidden. Right, give us it now. Do I look nervous now, love? Do I?
I reckon he's quite cheeky.
Absolutely. Can you just turn to the side for me, please?
Oh, yeah, still nervous. Right, do you want to go and sort yourself out, do you?
Nose is important?
I've had bad experiences where someone on Tinder lied about their nose. It was all front profile, and then when I saw him, massive.
Well, that's a new insecurity. What do you mean? I didn't know that I can clickbait people or catfish people by the size of me nose. I just don't think about it. Do I have a big nose? Do I have a big nose? Is it deceivingly big? Like, is it catfish big? Like, if you saw me in real life, would you be, like, kind of taken back and be like, whoa, like, can we just, like, socially distance here? That is I didn't realise it was that big. I get that a lot. No, I don't at all.
He's got really pronounced collarbones. Do you like that?
It's actually called a clavicle, and I adore it.
It's actually called a clavicle. Thank you very much. You idiot. You've not studied anatomy, have you not? To be fair, I was going to go to university to study anatomy. So I'm actually got a little bit of information on this guy's here to kind of, you know, flex on the timeline like this. But I'm just being me. It's okay. It is called a clavicle. She's very right. She's got a great cranium on her, she does.
Oh, come on, that's a clavicle, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Why are they raiding people's clavicles?
Green. Is there a clavicle?
No, but her face really makes up for that.
I love that you're losing points because your clavicle, you can't see that clavicle. She does have a clavicle, okay? It's just not as apparent as the other clavicles. I think this is why this person might be struggling in the dating scene, because she's looking for people where she can see their clavicles and she doesn't believe they have them if she can't see them. This is where you're going wrong, Mel. Just imagine she's on a date, she's like, wow, your personality's great, your face card does not fail. You're just everything that I want, but just one favour, can you just give it... Have you got a clavicle? Have you? You haven't. Ah, fuck you. Why have I wasted me time? Another clavicleless victim. At the end of this round, Mel then decides to get rid of Orange, the nervous guy. I love that I had a voice break when I said nervous. You're going to have a voice break anytime. That is the good time to have it. And this guy is called Mark, and he's an estate agent from London. And again, it's just so hilarious that on Monday, he's going to go and have to show people around like houses and flats. And they might have seen him being naked a couple of days ago on the telly. Some of the tenants are going to be like, I swear I know you. Take your kit off just to... Yeah. There, you're the nervous guy, aren't you? I know that face. Very nervous. You can tell Mark is a little bit pissed that he's been voted out as well. Like, he even smacks his own bottom on the way out.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Why does he slap his arse? That's so sassy. I'm going to do that every single time I leave a conversation. Just, I'm finished. How powerful was that? Okay, bruh. Nice.
To be honest, I expected to win. Yeah, but it's alright. She's really good looking, but I didn't like her legs anyway.
Well, at least the defeat hasn't affected your pride, right? You seem like a lovely bloke. Glad you've entered the show, mate. I didn't like her legs anyway. Okay, Mr. Beautiful. Come back when you're less nervous, will you? Okay? He definitely got hurt by the nervous comment. He really didn't like that. The fact he thought he was going to win, what do you mean? Like, who goes on Naked Attraction thinking they're going to win? You just go on for the laugh, really. Or like an FPL forfeit or something. You don't go on going, I'm going to be the greatest contestant in Naked Attraction history. I'm going to manifest it. Okay? To be fair, he's an estate agent, so he possibly has a LinkedIn account, so this guy's all about manifesting. The next round then involves Mel hearing the contestants speak for the first time. And this is the final round of them being in the pod, so she basically has to eliminate one more person, and then they get to see her naked.
Green, let's hear what you like most about your body.
Not me clavicle.
What I like most is my tattoos, and least is my legs.
What do you think about Miss Green's voice?
Well, you've got great legs, love. Great legs. Right, don't put yourself down. Like, in a completely platonic way. Okay, I've got a girlfriend I'm taking.
I would hope Pink over here would have quite an original accent. Kentish, slightly Australian, a little bit more twangy.
I really hope that he talks like, you know, grown-ups when they're all staring at the lifeguard. And he looks like he's got a really deep voice, and he's like, hey, what's up, ladies?
The things I like the most in my body is my hair. The people call me Jesus.
Of course, he's got a sexy voice. God, has this man got any flaws? All right, we get it. All right, you've got a sexy voice. All right, big penis, everything fine. Fuck off.
So you're Italian?
Yes.
In a survey of over 10,000 people, Italian ranked as the 6th most dateable accent. And which came first? The British accent, of course.
I mean, I need to see what the market pool looked like here. Did you ask this question in the UK? Probably. I don't imagine that the UK is the most dated accent in the entire world. I say UK, the British accent. What even is the British accent? Mel then decides to vote out the Italian Jesus, unfortunately. But this man did need a little bit of a humbling because he has everything else, okay? What? The man hasn't got anything to kind of feel flawed about. God, I might as well just shag this man at this point.
Yes, it's very beautiful. And I'm feeling very, very sad now.
Well, I feel terrible. He seems really sound, actually, bless him. I feel like a terrible person. You know what? I wish you picture, mate. Okay, but you look like Jesus, right? You're going to get all the ladies, right? They're going to be fighting over you, right? You died for their sins. You're basically, you know, the son of God. They're going to love you. Okay, get yourself out there. Also, it got me thinking that if you were going to appear on this show, like, it's so much better if you actually are from a different country. Like, imagine if I went on Naked Attraction Croatia. You're not going to find out about that. I could go and do that tomorrow. Come back. You wouldn't notice a thing. So it's kind of a good thing if you want to, like, kind of, you know, like, have more body confidence. Just do it in a different country and then just come back and act like nothing's happened. People would be like, God, Cam's a lot more confident now. Yeah. I don't know why. Definitely didn't go on national television naked. It's now time for the final round, and like I mentioned, this round, the show kind of flips the script a little bit. They're now on in the pods anymore. Both of the remaining girls are waiting for Mel as she is taking her clothes off for the first time. It got me thinking as well, like, imagine if you applied for this show as like the clothes contestant and you didn't realise that you actually had to take your clothes off as well, like mid-show. That would be horrific. Like, what? That wasn't in the contract. Thought I just came here to look at naked people. The blonde woman's reaction's so funny. She's like, yeah. To be fair, what else can you say? Like, you can't, like, overreact, because that's just kind of cringe. Like, you've just got to be like, yeah, nice, yeah, that is a naked body, very well played, good move. I would be so awkward in this situation. When I was single, I was so awkward when everyone's got their clothes on, never mind clothes off. That would just, like, frazzle us. I would just not work well in this environment. That's one thing they say, isn't it? Like, if you're doing something in front of other people that you're nervous about, just picture everyone naked. But that just makes me, like, feel 10 times more uncomfortable. I'm like, why has everyone got their clothes off? Now my brain's just like mud. I've got no thoughts. I'm just wondering why everyone's fucking naked. And this part of the show is possibly the nicest part. I don't know if it's because it's all women involved, and obviously, like, in my opinion, women are just more complimentary about each other's bodies than what guys are towards women or guys towards guys. But this part is like so body positive. They're just complimenting her body and she feels great about it.
Nice, neat vagina. Well, we had money on the fact that she'd have pubes. Yeah.
Sorry, what? Someone had money on that? Well, the producers were just like, well, 20 quid. I did say thank you very much. Mel then chooses which of the two girls she wants to go on a date with. This is so awkward.
Where's Rebecca?
Oh, no.
time.
Get in, Rebecca. Victory for the no clavicles. Thank you very much. Ooh, look at me. I've got a clavicle. I don't care. You're not going on a date with this. Fuck off. The clavicle-free zone, thank you very much. I'm not going on a date with someone where their clavicle could outshine my clavicle. Are you crazy? God, we were born yesterday. It's really nice vibes as well. Like, the woman that wasn't chosen isn't angry about it. She's just kind of happy to be there. She actually compliments Rebecca, and I'm like, wow, does actually she fancy her? Like, are them two just going to go on a date together and just, like, exclude Mel from this? But then Mel and Rebecca walk off, and they're holding hands. It's like, really cute somehow. I didn't expect this from this show. The show then pays for them to go on an all-expenses paid date in London in, like, this fancy bar. And it's got me thinking, like, how would you feel? Would you feel more confident going into this kind of first date than you would, like, previously without seeing the person naked? I guess it's a really good icebreaker, and it's something to talk about. And also, it's like you're kind of starting in reverse. So I think it actually strangely makes it easier because you've seen them naked. Now I'm just processing this on the spot. I didn't think this initially. I thought it just makes everything 10 times awkward, but actually I think I've got a different opinion watching this. Hopefully Mel the entire time isn't thinking about, you know, that Rebecca doesn't have a clavicle because she knows that, right? And I don't know if that's going to be a sticking point between the two of them. Hopefully not. Okay.
I do think that seeing each other naked makes it a lot more interesting when you go on your first date. I wasn't so insecure that she was looking at every body part because she's already looked at every body part.
See, that's so interesting. Like, genuinely, this makes us think, is this a good structure to actually find a partner? Initially, I was so on the side of this is genuinely just to sleep with people or just have one night stands, or like what Mel said, experiment with people. But maybe this actually could be a structure to find love. Maybe. I need to see the stats. Has naked attraction had more successful relationships than Love Island? I don't know. Because these two seem like they've got a really good connection. Like, they stay at this bar for ages. They even have multiple shots together. Like, you can tell they're not just kind of here just because they have to film. They actually like the company of each other. The date then ends and the show progresses 2 weeks where we see them both in the future, kind of seeing if they have maintained their relationship.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, that looks positive. Okay.
After the date, we went for some beers, didn't we?
We did.
I had a great time.
Also, don't know if they've done this on purpose. Little bit of colour coordination going on, right? Both red and black. Right, it's like an Ant and Dec game show going on. Love it. They're matching. Okay, does this mean they've got similar style? They've actually got similar interests. They've been going at... I don't know. I'm interested.
The day after the date, we went all around the museums in London, and you're really clever, aren't you?
We went round the museums. She showed me every single type of clavicle. God, she's so smart. So smart when it comes to clavicles.
Would you like to see each other again?
Definitely see each other again, without a doubt.
Romantically, do you think?
Wait, was that a positive or negative? Wait, I need to see that again. Her face, she's laughing. I feel like they've... I don't know if they've done stuff. Like, she, like, looks too cheeky. She's kind of looking at her for a little bit of reassurance. Like, yeah, but yeah. Yeah, they've definitely... Sorry. They've definitely... They've done bits. They have. Right, I can just tell. I can tell. Or maybe it's they hate each other. Let me know what you think. It's literally just off body language. There's nothing to go off. But I'm excited. I really want them to do well because I want this to be a success. I want this show to actually have a positive kind of effect on people, not a negative one. Because some people, I imagine, leave this show absolutely traumatized. So clearly this show worked for them. So if you're struggling in the dating scene at the minute, right, you're watching this on your telly while you're scrolling Tinder, looking at some absolute montas according to yourself, get yourself on naked attraction. That means this is the break you've always needed. And that is the end of this episode, and it got us thinking, like, is it actually embarrassing to take your kit off if you're just doing it for a laugh? Because I feel like it really gets you, like, I'm trying to justify going on this show for some reason. I feel like it really gets you past, like, a mental block. But then where do you take that? Because you're not just going to be naked in your everyday life, are you, when you're going to work, etc. But I guess it makes you more comfortable in your own skin. You know, sometimes if you like the one woman who appeared on this show didn't like to see her body when the lights were on, hopefully it gives these people a little bit more self-confidence. Let us know what you think. I do have a couple of things that I did research about this show. For instance, do the people get paid for appearing on this show? I was so interested to hear this because I believe with this show, it must have such a severe problem of recruiting people to take part. Like, they need need at least 7 contestants for every single episode. Actually, no, they need 14 because 2 episodes are basically in 1 full hour of a Naked Attraction TV episode. So they need 14 people who are willing to take their kit off. Now, I did find an article where a former contestant talked about his experience on the show and how much he got paid. You don't get paid if you're on the show. Edinburgh-based Gavin, a former contestant who appeared on the show back in 2017, revealed, if you're on standby and you don't appear on the show, then you get paid £75 for being in the room. Is it worth it? We don't know. So basically, you get paid if you're on standby and don't get chosen. But why don't you just always apply and be on standby then? If that's an opportunity to just always be the person on standby. It's mad that they don't give you money for actually appearing on the show. I believe they should. Just for the fact you have to take your clothes off, I feel like people would be more willing to do it. That is crazy how you don't get paid to be on this. Even just like 50 quid. You know, just to order some food when you get home, just for your troubles to like bring you up a little bit. It says here, unsurprisingly, if you want to audition for the show, then you also have to take your clothes off, which I find a little bit odd because, you know, for the casting process, like those people in the casting room, like why do they need to really see you naked? Like they know that you've got skin under there. Can they not just see it when you appear on the thing? Do they just want to see you naked, or is it a rule that they have to like only choose people with certain body types? I have no idea. I went down to Newcastle, oh god, and sat down and chatted with a camera woman and a male interviewee. They then said, can you take your clothes off now and pitch yourself to us? It lasted about 45 minutes. It wasn't so awkward. They made me feel at ease. All right. Well, that doesn't seem too bad, but 45 minutes to just have your clothes off. It must be a little bit awkward, but it's quite nice to understand that you actually have your clothes off prior to this, so when you take it off on the show, you've already had the experience of taking it off in front of people, so it's not as daunting. I guess that is another reason why they might do it. Various people have talked about their experience of being on the show, and one person actually got into OF and became successful in, like, the corn industry after appearing on this show because apparently they were quite the hit. Which I don't know if that's a positive or a negative thing. When I was researching more background information on this show, I also saw the interviewer appeared on a panel show and she talked about how sometimes the people on the show get too excited and need to sort themselves out and they need to stop filming.
What's tasteful about Naked Attraction, Anna, is that they're always flaccid.
Not always. We do have to stop the show quite often.
When it's...
And we'll just say to the fellas, look, can you just go and sort yourself out?
Oh my god. So, like, you're telling me they have, like, an erection, and then they need to, like, just go and quickly just sort themselves out so they can come back and be... God. It's gonna put someone's eye out! We've got to do a new risk assessment, man! Another thing I had to find out about this show is what other people think about it, because after, like, I watched a couple episodes, I was like, this can't be an experience that I'm experiencing alone. I need to have other people's views on this so I don't feel like I've got a terrible perspective. And the comments underneath, like, a few of the episodes are just hilarious. I'm Sharon, 32, and real shy. Shaz, you've got your minge out on telly. It's so true. So many of the contestants are like, yeah, I'm just really shy. Really? Because I wouldn't consider that shy, love. My ex was on it and got voted off first. Made my year. Always knew that penis was ugly. My old biology teacher was on this. What? Surely, like, some professions, like, you can't go on this show. Like, if you're a teacher at a school, surely we're not accepting you back after that. You cannot have your students knowing what you look like under there. That's just wrong on so many levels. How was that show allowed to ever even be aired? How has this show ever been successful? When the biggest contestant gets voted out first and they say, I didn't like the nail polish. It seems like the overall kind of reaction to this show is negative, but I'd be really interested to hear what you think if this is the first time you've seen this show or if you have seen episodes of this show before. Let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you want me to do more Naked Attraction episodes and we'll make this a series. 4,000 likes on this video and we'll do it. And if you want to see me break down another British TV show, click this one right here. It's even crazier than this one. I know, hard to believe, but go and check it out.
It is the end of a life. It is the beginning. Adventure.
This British reality TV show is actually insane. Like, I can't believe they actually aired this.
Question is, do you really want it?
I would want it, but she's a virgin, so she couldn't handle me.
Hello, you gorgeous.